Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sandra. If you're new here, in here I'm sharing my life on and off Mounjaro, PCOS, weight loss, and all things women, really. It's been 4 weeks since I'm off Mounjaro, you guys. My goodness, it's been a rough ride, especially first couple of weeks. If you are new to my channel, you've not seen, I'll pop some videos down below where you can just see how tough it has been, especially I think was it number 2? I think the week number 2. Yeah, the week number 2 was really tough. Last week I was talking to you about a bit like about childhood trauma and how can that affect later life and the struggling with weight, etc. I've had a couple of you emailing me. Thank you very much for the emails. I'm glad it resonated, and I'm not the only one. Yeah, so today we're just going to talk a little bit about my week 4 and how has it gone this week, really. So I started something new. Let's just get straight into it. I started something new. Honestly, if I'm thinking, my body's probably thinking, what on earth are you doing to me? I keep doing something else. I keep changing things, and I just want to find something that works. And so with intermittent fasting, as I said, I want to do intermittent fasting. With the intermittent fasting, because I was putting weight on all 3 weeks, I was putting weight on, I think I just thought, I cannot be trusted. I cannot be trusted to have free reins on eating as much as I want. And although I think eating wasn't really a problem, like I wasn't eating as much as I thought, I think it was just like the overall coming off it, that's put that weight on. It's not actually a fat. Look, there's one, there's 2. They're just having a shower. Yeah, there wasn't a problem, but I think I was feeling a little bit desperate. It's scary when you come off and then you think, right, all this work that I've done in these 6 months is just gonna go and be thrown away. And I just thought, right, I've got to come up with something. And then I went on to I don't know how I come up with this again, but I must have seen something or come across it. I thought I might need to start calorie counting and see where I am with everything. So I went on and bought these scales, and they're, oh dear, you all right? I'll just cover them. And I bought these smart scales, and I've been using them. They're brilliant. You know that I've got smart scales for the body, where it tells you the muscle, the water, and whatnot. And so I thought these will go nicely into the collection. And after doing some research, I said to you before that I thought that I'm going to need to go on 1,200 calories, because that's what, I don't know, it's just in my head for some reason. 1,200 calories is what you need to lose weight. Now, that's absolutely daft, apparently. And so outdated. Honestly, it brings me up thinking about when I was probably 15 or 16 and I wanted to lose weight, and I went on 800 calorie diet. Just saying. Maybe that's what brought the whole eating disorders as well. But yes, so it turns out for my body, for my age, for the amount of times that I go to the gym, I needed 1,900 calories. And I thought, hold on, 1,900 calories, I can work with that. But one thing that I wanted to make sure of is a protein. So I've done some research, and I've done with AI, I've calculated sort of how much I would need like protein, carbs, and fat without really going on keto or any sort of particular diet where you say no to certain things. And it worked out that for me, 1900 calories, and those have to be from 162 grams of carbs, 157 grams of protein, and 70 grams of fat. Now, the most important for me was the protein. I don't want to now go to the gym and continue going to the gym and do the strength training and not see my muscles grow. So I thought, right, I've got to get this protein sorted. Now, let me tell you one thing. This could be a bit of a wake-up call for you guys, or just something that like maybe check. Because on the first day, I said, okay, I'm going to do 157 grams of protein. So I've just built everything around it, basically. And I kid you not, it was extremely difficult. It was extremely difficult to find sources of protein that I could eat, that I would like, that I wouldn't get bored of, and, you know, just enjoy eating. It was very difficult. So I went that day, literally just, okay, so let me just get some more eggs. Okay, let me just get some tuna. Okay, let me just get some sardine. Let me just get some chicken breast. It's gone all over the place. So I cannot imagine how many grams I was eating prior to counting the protein and the whole macros. I cannot imagine. If I were to guess, I would say about 30 grams. Seriously, think about it yourself, especially if you're still on Mounjaro. Because I think if one thing that I could have done differently is I would have stayed on 2.5 and eat as much protein as possible and track it, really, track it. So yeah, it was super, super difficult. But look into your protein intake. Look into how much protein your body needs as well. Just go on Google or go on ChatGPT or any AI. Put your weight, put your height, say calculate macros for, let's say, losing weight or maintaining or gaining or whatnot, and it was going to tell you. And my goals are losing weight, but also toning. Because I'm exercising and going to the gym, I do want that muscle building. So yeah, it was super hard. Now I am little by little this week introducing a bit different things. Found out that tofu is very protein rich, and this thing called tempeh. Now I've checked it on Yuka, they were green, so there were no nasties in them, but I don't like just like tofu, just simple tofu, how you would say fresh tofu. I found smoked tofu, and that was amazing. I just basically fried it and added to my salad or alongside of something. I've been eating a lot of cottage cheese. I literally just take a full can of cottage cheese and I put some jam in it. You obviously, I track how much. Yeah, and so I've been doing that all week, and it's been really difficult, like I said, to do the protein. But I was able to have some chips. I made some homemade chips and sliced potatoes and shoved it in the oven and had it with the ketchup. I've had some really nice stuff. I'm going to show you where I put some. I think I filmed some. So let me just put a couple of the recipes that I've done in here now. So there's the breakfast. So I made little cucumber boats, and I've got like chives, cottage cheese. It's got. I took these. I made like a cucumber boat. So I took some cucumber, which is like throwing the water out. And I have smoked salmon. I've got a protein lemon cheesecake, yogurt. It's a shame they're all fat-free, but I suppose, you know, it is what it is. So all of this is 40 grams of protein, and I also have a cup of coffee. Guess who else likes some protein? Do you like it? Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? You would like that. For lunch, we've got our main hot with chicken mince fried with garlic seasoning. soy sauce, and some ginger. So yeah, as you can see, it's a nice little cucumber boat. There's a lot of things that you can do, and you can go wild with it, can't you? Anyway, yeah. So guys, I'm gonna go to numbers. I didn't go to numbers last week because I couldn't bear going to numbers. Because I think since Mounjaro, I think I've put on 3 kilos. Since coming off of Mounjaro, I put 3 kilos, and I just didn't want to talk about numbers last week. But let me talk about them this week. So, this week I've lost 1 kilo, which is 2.2 pounds, and I'm now 88.60. So I think I'm still a kilo higher than I was when I was on Mounjaro at the end of the Mounjaro, but I've lost what I thought was I gained. So that's all right, isn't it? It just shows that maybe I'm doing something right, and it kind of works for me. So I'm going to continue doing that. With intermittent fasting, it's definitely something that I want to do maybe in the future when I'm more stable, when I'm more stable with my weight and what I'm doing, and sort of, you know, just change the habits. Because I went from, to be honest, I went from Mounjaro not eating and barely eating to now eating loads. I want to get my body, you know, used to food again. I want it to know that I'm not starving it. I want it to know that it can trust me, that I am feeding you. And at the same time on muscles as well. All this time I've been exercising and doing muscle training, and I wasn't feeding it. How can you grow without a protein? So someone said that calories is like a king and protein is like queen. So don't bother too much about carbs or fat, as long as you've got your king and queen sorted. So that, I thought that's a good way to look at it. In terms of hunger, you guys, it's actually settled. I think we might have settled from the storm has passed, I think. I feel hunger now, yeah, and sometimes I have to just breathe and then think whether hunger comes from my stomach, whether I'm actually feeling hunger from the physical sensations, or am I smelling something, or am I craving something. I haven't been eating anything like any sweets or anything like that, really. I bought a pack of crisps yesterday, and they were like with some added protein, of course, but because I just fancied it, I just fancied something like crunchy, so I just ate that, put that in my calories, and then I just skipped the meal. But to be honest, the amount that you can eat with 1900 calories is ridiculous. So I don't really get to a point where I'm like craving or needing to eat. Like this morning, I had some breakfast, which was cottage cheese with a jam and a coffee. And that was about 8 o'clock. And then we went out. And so about 1 o'clock, we came back home. And I came back like starving. I was ready to eat. And we had some leftover chicken from yesterday, so I just weighed that chicken, a big bowl of chicken. I've weighed 50 grams of pasta. I know, you guys, the pasta, I mean, I used to eat pasta like there's no tomorrow before, and now seeing how little you need for a big calorie bomb is kind of, wow, eye-opening. I had 50 grams of that, and I had half of avocado, I had a bit of tomato ketchup, and I just mixed it up and warmed it up, obviously. And I ate that, and it was a full bowl, but it was a lot of protein in that. And full to the brim. I can't eat anything else apart from having some coffee. And yeah, so I think it's looking, we're looking up, guys. I really think that everybody can calm down. You'll be fine. Because I know I scared a lot of people. with my video when I was in tears, and it was scary, and I think you should, you know, if you were thinking of coming off, definitely brace yourselves. It probably will be a time when you'll just have a bit of adjustment, or like feel a bit of like, oh, I'm hungry, oh, I want that sweet, oh, I want the ice cream. You know, you tend to not want things like that, don't you? So yeah, definitely prepare that it's gonna come back. But I thought it's gonna be worse. After that week, I thought that's it. Like, why on earth did I go on it in the first place? But yeah, that's my week 4. I will see you next week. I'll continue with my calorie counting, protein counting, and the gym. I wish you all a great week. Don't forget, if you want to email me, you want to ask something, or just want to chat, I do leave my email down below. Bear in mind, I will probably just answer on Saturdays, because that's when I just give the time to just sit down and reply to things. And also don't forget that I've got a buy me a coffee link down below if you fancy buying me a coffee. I know it's hard time for everybody, and so we can always make coffee at home, of course. But yeah, if you like it, the link is in the description below. And thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. How's your week been? How's your cravings? How are you eating? And just send me love or something. Right, we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.